Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back to our Ain Dروس channel. Today, inshallah, I'm Miss Samia. I'm going to discuss a new lesson on Unit 6 on curriculum Mega Goal 1, page 94 and 95. But before we begin our lesson today, I want to make a quick revision about what we talked in before. Let's discuss it together. So, in the previous lesson, we're talking about the words and the meaningful for it, and we talk about the quantity of something. As what we discussed before, we have how many for plural count, and we have how much for uncountable, and we have a quantity of expressions as much, many, a lot of, lots of, few, and a little. Our lesson today on page 94 and 95. We open the pupil's book together. So open your pupil's book on page 94. Okay. So in 94 we have, under the title of Unit 6, Take My Advice, we have a project and we have organized down of it. If you notice that we have two pictures up of the project, I think it's belong to hospital and doctors, and they're trying to do something different or invent something new. The next one is doctor whom have a happy face and helping the patient to become good health. So our project today, inshallah, have 5 columns, and we should write about that columns or under of it. Let we begin to read what we have under project. So in number 1, they told us that research and find Saudi Arabian organizations in your community that provide services. Working groups, you can try to collect information through the internet or books and in newspapers, and or to talk to adults. So the first thing that we should make a research to find a Saudi Arabian organizations, and you can using the internet or books to collect, or a newspaper to collect your information and fill the space down of the organization down or timetable. Number 2, write the information in the chart. So you any information that you collect about Saudi Arabian organization, we collect the information about it, then we fill the chart down. Number 3, prepare a poster, presentation, or organizations that you have researched. Try to include photos. And the last one is present your finding to the class. Let's begin our lesson. So I began to write on a new page. I will make a chart, big one, to make it easy to see it. So they give it to you, a big chart. It have 5 columns. So on number 1, number 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Okay. What they wrote in the title of number 1, they wrote name of the organization. So on the first one, we should mention the name of organization. You should mention the name of it. Okay. After that, they give it to you. Service the organization provides. So service. What's the service? Service that organization provides. Okay, it means represented to the community. And number 3, where it is located. Where it is located, and they need to write the place of it. And number 4, when it was started, the time for establishing it. When it is or it was establish. Okay, and the last one is or started, sorry, not established, started. It's the same meaning, but I follow the chart and the information inside it. Okay, they told you that when it was started. When it was started. Okay, and the last one is why your community needs the organization service. That's the question. Sorry, why your community needs, I will make the organization services. Okay, let me check what we have here. Sorry for that. Okay, as what we talking before. So we have 5 things that we should make it together. Is number 1, the name of organization, and number 2, the service that organization provides to the community, and number 3, where it is located, number 4, when it was started, and the last one, why your community needs to the organization services. Let's begin. About me, I choose the a new Saudi organization. So we calling it, or that's a new on community, MESC Foundation organization. That's the new organization in Saudi community. And okay, that one by Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. Okay, that's the new organization in our Saudi country. We calling it MESC Foundation. Whom is the established this? Whom the owner for it is Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. Okay, so the next things we want to see what they have about the organization. So the services that organization provides to the community from the MESC Foundation is they are focuses on 4 keys. Okay, we should write they are focuses on, sorry, not of, on 4 keys. What's the keys? Number 1, education, and number 2 is creative and digital, media, and number 3 they focused on technology, and number 4 they talking about culture, or they focus on culture and arts. Okay, that's what services that organization provides to our community. They are focused on 4 keys. Number 1, education. Number 2, creative and digital media. And number 3, technology. And the number 4 is culture and arts. Let me check what they have or where it is located. What do you think about the located and where that MISC Foundation organization found? We can found it or we can say that it is in Riyadh City. Okay, and number 4, what it when it was started. It means that you should mention the date of that organization and what is the time for establishing it. So we can say that in 2000, it was established in 2011. So we can say that it was established or started in 2011. And the last things that we have in our chart today is why your community needs the organization. Why do you think that they need for it? So we can told that we need it for develop and empower Saudi youth to become active participants in the future economy of the region. So we should write that to develop and empower Saudi youth to become active participating participants, by S. Participants in the future economy of the region. That is the necessity of the organization to our community. Okay, let's make a quick revision about what we wrote in on that chart. So as what we discussed before, that we should mention the name of the organization, and we should bring a real information, not fake one from internet or book or newspaper or anywhere or any sources. You should mention, and you should make sure that your information is right. So we talk about MISC Foundation by Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, and the services that organization provides to our community is they are focused on 4 keys at what they mentioned before. They're talking about education and creative and digital media. Number 3, they are talking about or they focus on technology, and the last one, culture and arts. After that, we're talking about where it is located. So what do you think the located of it is? It is in Riyadh City. Okay, and number 4, when it was started, which means that you should mention the time for started it or the mention for establishing it. So it started in 2011, and why your community needs to the organization, why they should need to the organization, as what we said, that to develop and empower Saudi youth to become active participants in the future economy of the region. Okay, that's about the chart of Saudi Arabian organization on page 94. Let me check what we have on 95. So in 95 they give it to you self-reflection about unit 6, and they give it to you as what we ordinarily take it at the end of any units on Mega Goal 1. You should write the things that you like it on unit 6, and the synonyms or grammar or anything you like it, you should write at the column. If you have anything you didn't like it very much, you can write it on the right side. After that, they give it to you things that I found easy in unit 6. What do you think that have an easy and learn it on unit 6 under the advice section? So you should write it in the left side, and on the right side things that I found difficult to in unit 6. So anything you found it hard to recognize or difficult, you can write it on a right column. That's helping you to organize your information and make a revision for what it is easy for you and what's the other things that hard to recognize. After that, they given to you a chart down. They talk about unit 6 a checklist, and they put some of points under that list. Number 1, discuss common problems. Number 2, ask for and give advice. Number 3, use the model auxiliaries should, ought to, might, and could in a question and in the affirmative and a negative, as what we talking before. And number 4, use had better in a question and in affirmative and a negative. After that, we learn together how to use 2 words and 3 words verbs. After that, use question words how many and how much, that's a previous lesson, and use quantity expression as much, many, lots of, few, and a little. The last one is from clauses with when. And the last column or the last chart is talking about my favorite new words from unit 6, and on the right column that if you are still not sure about something from unit 6, you can read through the unit again, and you can listen the audio material, and you can study the grammar and function from the unit again. And the last one, ask your teacher for help. Okay, so by the end of our lesson today, I want to thank you for being with us on Ain channel, and see you later. Thank you.